Welcome, language learners from all around the globe, to Listen Up, the podcast that takes you on a captivating voyage through the English language. Whether you've just started your journey or have been navigating the intricacies of English for some time, this podcast is designed to be your trusty compass, guiding you towards fluency and unlocking the wonders of English. I'm your host, Karen, a passionate traveller and an experienced teacher of English as a second language. Join me as we embark on an exciting expedition filled with British history read by a native speaker. Together, we'll conquer the challenges and celebrate the victories of learning English as a foreign language. Each episode of Listen Up will immerse you in a variety of topics, from aspects of British culture, history, and literature. We'll explore useful vocabulary that will empower you to communicate confidently in English. If you want to read along with the podcast, head to my website www.onepawinthesand.com/ESL. The link is in the description. But this podcast isn't just about learning English in isolation. It's about building a community of language learners, supporting one another, and fostering a love of the English language. I encourage you to engage with us through my Patreon page, where you can connect with fellow learners, ask questions, and share your own language journey. So, whether you're sipping tea in Tokyo, walking the streets in Sao Paulo, or studying in a bustling cafe in Berlin, Listen Up is here to accompany you on your quest for English fluency. Join me as we embark on this transformative expedition, where language becomes an adventure and your dreams of effective communication become a reality. Today's episode is called Cheese Roll. Each day, I usually talk about something that happened on this day in history in the UK. During October, I'm changing the format to some of our more unusual traditions, laws, and celebrations. I hope you enjoy it. Now, let's talk about something really fun that happens in a place called Gloucestershire in England. It's a tradition called the Cooper's Hill Cheese Roll, and it's unlike anything else. People from all around the world come to watch and take part in this exciting event. It's not like any regular race, it's more of a wild adventure. We're not exactly sure how this tradition started, but people have been doing it for a very long time. They usually do it on the bank holiday in late May. It used to be just a small village competition, but now it's known all over the world, and people who love excitement and adventure come to join in. So what's the main attraction? It's a big cheese, a wheel of cheese called Double Gloucester, which is pretty heavy, 7 to 9 pounds or 3 to 4 kilos. And is rolled down a really steep hill. At the top of the hill, there's a line, and people stand there ready to chase after the cheese. The goal? To get to the bottom of the hill before the cheese does. Sounds fun, right? But here's the tricky part. The hill is incredibly steep. It's almost going straight down in a 2-to-1 gradient. So when people chase the cheese, they often end up tumbling and rolling down the hill. The rules are simple. The first person who reaches the finish line at the bottom with the cheese in their hands wins and gets to keep the cheese. But because the cheese rolls really fast, sometimes as fast as 70 miles per hour, it's pretty rare for someone to win. Most of the time, people are rolling and tumbling down the hill, which makes everyone laugh and gasp. In recent times, they've made some changes to keep everyone safe. They use a foam replica of the cheese instead of a real one, because the real cheese could hurt people when it rolls so fast. They've also added different races, like one for children and one that's not as dangerous, but the main race is still the most exciting part, and it brings together brave people from all over the world. It's not just a funny tradition, it's a celebration of courage and the spirit of adventure. People come together to watch and enjoy the excitement there. There's even a documentary about it that you can watch on Netflix. Watching people roll and tumble down the hill reminds us that traditions like this are not just for fun. They also show how humans like to challenge themselves and have a good time. Even though they've made it safer, the Cooper's Hill cheese roll is still about doing daring things and having a lot of fun. It's a reminder that sometimes the most exciting moments in life are the ones that make us laugh the hardest. And that wraps up another episode of Listen Up. I hope you enjoyed learning about my topic today and practicing your English. Remember, the exploration doesn't have to end here. If you have any lingering questions or want to continue the conversation, I've got some great opportunities for you. First off, I offer private lessons for those of you eager to expand your knowledge further, whether it's practicing today's subject or exploring other topics. I'm here to guide you on your English journey. Reach out to me through my website or social media platforms, and let's embark on a personalized learning experience together. I have been involved with training people for more than 10 years. I've been teaching English as a second language for over a year, in which time I have taught over 500 students, many of whom are regulars. But wait, there's more. If you're a devoted fan of Listen Up and want to show your support, consider joining our Patreon community. Your contribution directly helps us bring you more episodes and maintain the quality of our show. Your support truly means the world to me, and we couldn't continue this podcast without you. So whether you choose private lessons or Patreon, or both, I look forward to staying connected and exploring the fascinating realms of English as a second language together. Thank you once again for joining us on Listen Up. Until next time, keep practicing.